And then after that, we'll do the Bafa Wubu, okay? I want to slow down a bit at the beginning because I actually do want to repeat some of the safety issues, especially with the 9 moves. It's a very good form, but then there's some moves that are kind of difficult, like, when trying to take a squat and then come back up. There are definitely some tricks to doing it just so that you can do it easily, safely, without injuring your lower back. And then also in the same form, one of the moves was after the big dipper moves, we have to kind of like bend upward again from a bend down position. And there's also a little trick to it, so we're going to talk a little bit about that, okay, to make it easy to do and prevent any kind of injury, okay? So with that, we'll go into the safety issues of the 9 moves, okay? So whenever we squat down and come back up, okay, many people, including myself, actually have relatively low blood pressure. And then if we come back up very quickly, we actually feel dizzy. It's a very unpleasant feeling. So the trick is that when you get up, try not to do it too quickly, but at the same time, just before you start bring yourself up, inhale, okay? And so you want to do it very deliberately so that you inhale, and so you prevent a sudden drop in the blood pressure in the brain to cause that dizzy feeling, okay? And then a couple other things is that in the 9 moves, okay, when we are getting up from the squat position like what I'm doing here now. So let's say I'm here from the bottom position, okay, so we don't want to look down on the floor, okay, because that tends to bend our torso downward, and that will increase the chance that we're actually using our lower back muscles to pull ourselves up. We don't want to do that, okay? We want to actually train ourselves to use our quadricep muscles. So you want to say look forward so that the torso is as straight as possible, okay? Keep your arms extended to help the balance, okay? And then the other thing you want to do is to, as you come up, squeeze you don't have to do it too hard, but just squeeze the 2 thighs or 2 knees together a little bit, and that would help to move up. And then last but not least is that take a deep breath. So if I were rising up again, okay, I would actually tell myself, okay, look forward, take a deep breath inward, and squeeze my thighs so that I would be rising up, okay? In that case, all your weight would be on your heels, okay? And you will prevent having to pull your back muscles. So that requires to be done very slowly, systematically. You don't want to be distracted because it's not quite intuitive or second nature, but it's very important for safety, and obviously we want you to be able to build the muscle in the thighs eventually. We're not trying to have you build a muscle in the lower back. Okay, so that's one safety issue. So the other thing is that in the 9 moves, after we do the bend down moves in which we do the big dipper, okay, in which the palms are facing skyward. So we tilt our head upward, pretending that we are literally kissing the wall in front of my head. Okay, now we're supposed to come up, okay, straighten up the torso. So once again, if you're not careful, you may actually use the lower back muscles and pull your lower back muscle, and we don't want that. So listen to this very carefully. So when you come up, do it slowly, but at the same time, actually inhale, okay, and let the air fill up your abdomen, okay. So this little technique actually makes it very easy to straighten up your torso without pulling your muscles in the back. And again, it's kind of unnatural. It's not intuitive. It requires some practice. But once you've done it, you actually will realize that it's actually quite easy to do. Just relax, inhale, and let your abdomen kind of like extend, so that just by doing that, it changes the pivoting of the body and actually helps to straighten up your torso very easily. It doesn't require any strength. And not only that, as a result of doing that, you can actually slowly straighten up your spine, one vertebrae at a time, which you wouldn't want to do, okay? But if you do it wrong by using your lower back muscles, it's going to hurt, and you're not going to be able to do the extend the vertebrae one at a time, and that's not the intent. So we want you to be able to learn that. So once again, when you come up, inhale, feel the abdomen. You can literally feel that your abdomen relaxes and then fills up, and somehow that pivot your body, your torso, so that your torso can be easily tilted in a plumb position, very slowly under your control. Okay, so that's something that I'm going to talk about many times, because it's a safety issue. It's important, and we want to be able to take that. Okay, so with that, let's do the let's do a little bit of warm up. Okay, and then before we go into the 9 nights of 13 moves. Okay, so here we're just bringing the arms up, just drop them, bend the knees at the same time, and pretend that we're throwing our hands away to the back. And in Chinese, in Cantonese, it's called 甩手功. It literally means is that we're trying to lose your hands. Just throw your hands away. So if you're able to coordinate with the breathing and the knee bending, you can keep doing it for a long time, like half an hour. In China, there are people who they actually do it 1,000 times a day as an exercise. But if you're able to coordinate with the breathing and knee bending, it actually is very relaxing. Not just physically, but mentally. Okay? You can play some mind games by saying that, oh, I'm going to throw my boss away after a long day. So here we just obviously not do it 1,000 times. We're going to stop after like 20 times. Okay? And next thing we want to do is to do just rotate our torso a little bit. Okay? So we loosen up our torso. Keep in mind is that we are not trying to twist the knee. So this is too much because I'm almost at the point of falling. Okay, so we want to twist our torso, but keep the knees pretty much going forward along with the toes at the same time. Okay, all the time. So stable. So the turning should be on the waist, not on the knees or on the heels. Okay. So keep this part almost 100% untwisted, okay? So, and then we're just kind of like turning back and forth about, 35, 45 degrees each side. And then let the hand casually drop on the dantian and the main moon. The dantian is the center of gravity of the body, which is about 3 inches below the navel. And the main wound is the gate of life, is diametrically opposite on the other side of the dantian. So it's turn, Don't use any force, just let the hands drop by themselves. Okay. So with that, we're going to start the 9-30 moves. Okay. Okay, feet together. Look forward. Focus. Sink a little bit. Put the weight on the right side, hand to the left side. Half step to the left side, left foot. Sink further. Turn the palms facing outward. Slowly bring them up in the middle. Until they just hold the shoulder, face down. Okay, and press down. See if you feel the blood flow, the chi, palms and go up. It may sound ridiculous, but if you don't try to feel it, you will never feel it. So try it. Okay? So now we're doing the opening Tai Chi. Sink. Bring the two arms up. Hold the chest. And we're going to squat slowly. Put the weight on the heels. So do what you can. If you get all the way to the bottom, great. Settle down. Slowly turn your palms upward. So you can feel the center of palms sort of cool down a little bit. And then check your stance. Make sure you're looking forward. Don't look down. Look forward. Okay. And I'm going to take a deep breath inward and squeeze my knees at the same time. Sink. Bring your palms to your chin. Close your palms one finger at a time in your fist. And then open up one finger at a time. Let the palms face each other. Sink. Push your palms forward, leading with the edge of palms. And hollow the chest. Turn the palms outward. Let the fingers facing each other. This is the Bagua brace and moon move. Okay, make sure your shoulders are relaxed, the elbows are relaxed. And then we're going to open up the door. This is a little bit tricky. So opening up the doors, and then you're going to push the two walls on left and right. Sink, turn your palms upward. And then let the arms drop a little bit to the shoulder level. And then bring the two palms to the front. Pretending you're wrapping your arms around a column that goes all the way to the sky. And then bring the column down to your chin. This point, turn the palms down, the fingers on each other, and then push down to the navel diaphragm level. Here you want to probably rise. Okay, now next move we're going to bend down, but let the weight, let the gravity do the work. Don't force yourself. Basically, let the two palms be next to the inside of your thighs and legs.
At this point, you relax the shoulder, relax the neck, and see you put the palm on the floor, around 2 feet. Bring your 2 arms up to the back. Okay, your palms facing the sky. This is the big fibula, the star formation. Look up. This one we were talking about earlier. We're going to inhale so that we can fill up the abdomen to help us come up easily, one vertebrae at a time. And then move the 2 hands, circle around the waist. This is supposed to be very good for your immune. And then put the 2 hands and at the back and massage the kidneys and lower back 6 times. And then 6 times, put the 2 hands beside your thigh. Feel very relaxed. Okay, and we're going to let the gravity pull down the fingers. And we're going to basically squat again. Downward. Once again, at the bottom. Bring the 2 hands up, face down, and then turn the palms up. Now, once again, we're going to do the same thing. We want to check to make sure we're looking forward. Do not look at the floor. Okay, so that we maximize the amount of weight that's on the heels. Okay, and we're going to take a deep breath inward and squeeze the 2 knees. Keep the hands going up, forehead level. Turn the palm so that you are carrying a crystal ball, and bring the ball down to in front of the chin and sink. Take a breath inward, rise and let the ball enlarge, and then sink and squeeze the ball again. And then slowly bring the ball upward. Turn the palms, face forward, and we're going to rise our toes to puncture or pierce the sky. Rest, sink the heel, and we're going to bend backwards. And then straighten up. Let the arms fall to the shoulder level. That was round number 1. We're going to do 2 more rounds. Okay, we're going to squat. Weight on the heels. Now we're at the bottom. Turn the palms face up. Look forward. Take a deep breath inward. Squeeze the knees. Bring the 2 palms to the chin level. Close the palms 1 finger at a time into 2 fists. Swirl the palms, the 2 fists, so the palms are facing each other, and then open up the fingers 1 at a time. Now the palms are facing each other, sink and push forward, beginning with the edge of your palms. Hold your chest. And then turn the palms so they're facing outward with the fingers pointing to each other. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed and your elbows are relaxed. This is a Bakwa brace and move. And we're going to open up the door. The next thing is sort of like creating a body weight. So you basically very quickly drop the center of gravity and then open up. It's a little bit tricky to do. It took me a while to figure out how to do it. I'm not sure if I can really explain how to do it. Okay, now we're pushing the two side walls, left and right. Turn the palms upward. Drop the palms to the shoulder level. And then bring the palms to the front to wrap around the column that goes to the sky. Pull the column to your chin. And then have the palms face downward, fingers meeting, and keep pushing down. Here you straighten up the knees. And we're going to bend forward, exhaling, and let gravity do the pulling down. Keep the palms close to your legs. At this point, relax the shoulder, relax your leg. And then put the palms flat on the ground if you could. Push around your feet. Bring your arms to the back. All the way to the top. The palms facing the sky. So you look like a big dipper. And look up your head. Okay, so we're going to straighten up your torso. So we want to inhale and fill up our stomach. And we're going to draw two circles in front of ourselves, the waist level, with our arms, with the hands. And then bring the hand to the kidneys and massage it 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And relax. Let the two hands drop your side. Check your shoulder, make sure it's relaxed. Make sure your entire body is loose, very relaxed. And we're going to let gravity pull down the fingertips and squat on the heels. And the bottom, bring 2 arms up, palms facing skyward. Check to feel the coolness in the middle of the palms. And look forward. Take a deep breath inward and squeeze the knees. So you can rise slowly, and the majority of the force is through the thighs. Okay. Turn the palms facing each other. Bring the ball down to in front of our chin. Keep sinking. Take a mild, deep breath. So open up, make the ball bigger. Exhale, make the ball smaller. And then rise. Slowly bring the ball upward to the sky. And turn the palms facing forward. Wide your toes. Settle the heels. And backward. Bring yourself back to the vertical position. Bring arms forward. So that was round number 2. We're going to do the last round number 3. So check your arms, check your palms. See if you can feel the blood flow in your palms, the chi flow. And we're going to squat. Okay, squat and heels slowly downward. At the very bottom, turn the palms up. Feel the palms cool in the middle. Again, look forward. Make sure your torso is as straight as possible. Okay, take a deep breath inward and squeeze the knees to come up. Bring the palms to your chin. Close the palms one finger at a time with 2 fists. Swirl the fist so that the palms are facing each other. Open them up one finger at a time. Sink. Push palm forward, meeting with the edge of palms. Turn the palms facing outward, fingers pointing each other. Check, make sure that your shoulders are relaxed and your elbows are relaxed. This is Bakwa, raise and move. And we're going to open up the door. This basically is a very quick movement where you sink your center of gravity and then turn your shoulders at the same time to change direction of arms. Push to left and right side. Turn the palms facing outward. Drop the arms so they're at the shoulder level. Bring the 2 palms to the front. Wrap around that column that goes to the sky. Pull the column to your chin. At this point, the palms face down, fingers pointing at each other. Keep pushing downward until you hit the navel, your danti. At this point, you want to unbend the knees. And then bend forward, let gravity do it. Keep your 2 hands close to your legs. Okay, relax your shoulder, relax your neck muscles, so that you can put the palms spread on the ground, move it around with feet. Bring it to the back. Rise up. Palms facing the sky. It's a big different move. Look up your head. And we're going to take a deep breath, filling up our stomach. Come up slowly. And draw 2 circles along the waist. Put the 2 hands on the kidneys and massage 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put the 2 hands to the side of thighs. Relax. So you feel really relaxed at this point. So let gravity pull down the fingertips and you squat. Keep the heels. Bottom, raise your arms. Turn the palms upward. Feel the coolness in the middle of the palms. Okay, look forward. Take a deep breath inward and squeeze the knees. Come up. slowly. Bring the ball slowly to the chin. Take a deep breath inward. Launch the ball. Exhale, squeeze the ball. And then slowly bring the ball upward. And then turn the palms facing forward. And rise your toes. Settle down on the heels. Take a deep breath. Bend backward. And then straighten up yourself. Put your arms on you. So that's round 3. And we're ready to do the south bone. So bring your arms down. Bring them up. Just above the head. Exhale. And we're going to keep bending forward. Keep exhaling slowly. Now, this is where you can actually start inhaling and putting on the stomach. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Rise, straighten the knees. Exhale. Bend forward. Inhale through the stomach. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So we're almost done. Stand up straight. Bend forward. Inhale through the stomach. Okay, so that was the end of it. So at this point, you probably want to do this a little bit because it would be kind of like standing, doing it very slowly for 30 minutes. Okay, so we want to get our blood going again. Okay, so you can also stand on your toes, let it drop, but I would not hit the floor with the heel because we don't want to have a concussion to our brain. So when you rise, drop, seeming drop in the middle of the foot, okay, before you gently land on the heel, so that you get the blood going without doing concussion on the brain. So rise, drop on the ball, on the feet, and then heel. Okay, so I hope you keep learning this because once you get the sequence out of the way, then you can start actually experimenting with the breathing and the coordinating with your breath, with the movements and so forth. And that's when it actually gets very interesting for you. And I did find it very good for me to actually get my chi going You probably cannot see me sweating right now. I'm very warm. Okay, and I'm sure you can do the same thing. The muscular movement, the squat coming up is very interesting. If you do it correctly, you shouldn't have to worry about pulling your your lower back muscle. And over time, you build the strength of your thighs. Okay. The other funny thing I told you about inhaling, filling up the stomach to actually help you straighten up the torso is also very interesting. Once you get it, you will realize that, oh, Chuck is really good about that. It's actually a very easy move once you get it coordinated properly, and it's very easy to do. And if you do it slow enough, you actually feel the calmness and euphoria associated with that. We did 3 rounds. So the idea is that you can do more rounds, okay? But we talk about 30 minutes. We do 3 rounds, and so you're supposed to do multiples of 3. It's 3, 6, 9, 12, so on and so forth. So you can see that if you're doing 9 rounds, that's a lot of time. So that's the idea. That's what we're told. So you have to do multiple rounds. Try to do a multiple of 3. Obviously, we do only 3 because we only have an hour and we don't have time. Okay. But the actual movement thing about that is not that complicated. Okay. Some moves are difficult to do because of the squatting and coming back down. But that's the whole idea of being able to build the strength and the balance and your breath control. So that's what's so good about that, especially with all slowly aging. Okay. So with that, we're going to do the Bafa Wu. Okay. Ba means 8. Fa means method. Okay. And then Wu means 5. Wu means steps. Okay. So it forms a fundamental moves for all the Tai Chi forms. And we're also doing it very slowly, and also make it into more of a Qigong type experience. Okay, so with that, feet together, leg apart, take a deep breath, sink and knees, half step with the left foot, sink, turn palms outward. Bring 2 hands up in front of you. Palms face downward. Press down, pretending the string is pulling down your elbow. Feel the blood flow on the palms and your forearms. And also the right 35, 45 degrees. Hold the small ball. Slide 2 hands against each other. Bring your left hand out to the front. So the hand would start in front of your heart. And the right hand remained to be kind of a tense position. So block upper left. Turn palms. Pull down all the way to the bottom. Keep the circles going, the 2 eccentric circles, and then the wrist will meet in front of the heart. Sink, push forward, separate 2 hands, sink, push down, and then push forward with the edge of your palms. We're going to hold the fist, upper left, pull down. Left hand should be face down to the side of the waist. Right hand facing up. The torso should be 45 degrees. Okay. So this is either the chopping or the split position. Okay. Turn the left hand into a fist and turn the torso to the right so that the palm would meet with the fist in front of the heart eventually. And keep turning the torso so you will do the elbow strike. And turn the torso back to the left. We'll do the shoulder strike. You can sink, bend it forward with the torso not too much. So we're going to do the second half on left side, basically the same, but mirror image. So hold a small ball, slide the two hands against each other. The right hand goes to the front, up and out. Stop in front of the heart. Block upper right. Turn palms. Let the two arms sink to the bottom. And keep the hands going so that two circles will meet in front of the heart with the wrist. Sink, hold the chest, push forward. Separate two hands. Sink, press downward. And press forward with the edge of your palms. Hold the fist upper right. Pull down. Turn your torso so that your right hand is on the right side of your waist and the left hand face upward and the torso is 45 degrees. And then we're going to turn the right hand into a fist and turn the torso so that eventually the palm and the fist will be in front of the heart, and I keep turning so that we are doing the elbow strike. Turn the torso back, facing forward. Shoulder strike. So, big circle, 3 breaths. So that was Hatha Lubu, okay? There's actually more to it, but it's very much the same thing. Okay, it's very slow. So in a way, because so slow, it's kind of difficult to learn. But it's not difficult to do. I know the only way for you to learn is to just keep trying it the first few times. If you don't get it, that's fine. So next time, in the class, you can match up what you're seeing, and that's how you learn. So we have time to do it one more time. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, feet together, collect your thought, take a deep breath, sink, bend knees, put the weight on the right side, left foot, half step, left foot, sink, turn your palms facing outward, turn the palms face downward, press downward, so you can feel the blood flow in your palms and forearms. If you do slowly enough, if you start looking for it, you will see it, you will feel it. So about 45 degrees to right, hold a small ball, slide 2 arms, 2 hands against each other, left hand goes up, right hand goes down, left hand stops very hard, block upper left, arms turn, go down 2 arms, all the way to the bottom, and then keeps big circles going, and with the wrist meet in front of the heart. Push forward, separate 2 hands, press down, sink at the same time, and then press forward with the edge of your palms. Hold the fist upper right. I'm sorry, it should be the upper left. Pull down. Turn your torso, left hand faces down. Right hand is a chop position, the torso is 45 degrees. Left hand turn the fist. Turn the torso to meet with the palm in front of your heart. And keep turning the torso to do the elbow strike. Turn the torso back to the left and do the shoulder strike. Hold the ball on the left side 45 degrees. Slide 2 hands against each other. So the arm that goes up should be up and out. So it's like a standing position. Okay. Block upper right. Turn palms. Pull down. Both arms go all the way to the bottom, and then keep the circles going until the wrist meet in front of your heart. Sink. Hold the chest, push forward, separate 2 hands, bring the 2 hands back, sink down and press down, and then press forward to the edge of your arms. Hold the fist upper right, pull down, turn torso 45 degrees, left hand forward, right hand faces down by the waist. Turn the right hand to a fist, and then turn the torso, let the fist come up to meet with the palm in front of your heart, and keep turning the torso to do the elbow strike. And then torso turn back to the right hand side so that we can do the left shoulder strike. So that was the end of it. Three slow breaths. Separate your hands down. Okay, so we're right on time, about 10 to 1. Let's take a break, and Sifu here will come up to do the advanced class in 10 minutes at 1 p.m. And thank you very much for sticking with us today, and hope we have a few minutes sometime next week to practice the moves that we learned today. And see ya.